RAUSCH Games!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to RAUSCH Games here on YouTube. More importantly, welcome back to my FIFA 14 State of the Union series, in which I take the Philadelphia Union of the MLS and try to turn them into a world power. We are just in June in our first season as head coach. We had our little press conference heading into this week's games, and I'm showing you a little bit of scouting we have on Samuel Muggleton, a 17-year-old left back from Gillingham over in England. He's somewhat on the cheap side at that $80,000 value that I've had my eye on for a little while now. Gonna need some cheaper players. And Ronnie Minkwitz is another one, center defensive midi playing for Fulham, coming from Germany. Would love to bring him over. Connor Casey cleared to return from injury, our long-lost striker who got hurt way back in the preseason. We're going to get right into our first of 3 games in this episode, but that Connor Casey news is interesting. I'm going to make him a sub for this game, and I'm going to try to bring him in over the course of this 3-game set at some point, just to see what we have with him. He's older, he's 31, we may not keep him around forever. This is where we are in the standings right now, 28 points, 15th match of the year. This is our starting lineup today. This is the Columbus Crew starting lineup, and I hate them because they are a defensive brick wall with Higuain, who is probably going to go somewhere in the transfer window, leading the league in goals. And early on, Jack McInerney on a tear. And look at that goal from Jack McInerney! That's his first goal in the MLS Cup this year, his first regular season goal. His only other goal came in that US Open Cup first round against Chivas USA. Beautiful corner shot right off the keeper's fingertips. Puts it in the net, good presence off his strong foot, clean finish. McInerney gets one on, and we're up 1-0 in the first 10 minutes here. Crew now attacking just about a minute later, and they're melting right through our defense, but there's Jeff Park with a nice tackle, and we do end up clearing, changing sides. Torres takes it now on the counterattack. Moving ahead to minute number 18, Jose Kleberson, the man from Brazil, gets the ball, but just skates it past the diving keeper of Columbus. Stays 1-0. 21st minute now. You've got Adoro on Okugo. Okugo trying to get back. There's a crossover, and luckily it's going to go to nobody. They had no one on the attack on the other side, and for no reason, we just bat it way the hell up the field. Moving ahead now, we've got a corner coming in from the Columbus Crew, and it bounces off their attack and our defender. Now moving ahead, Jose Kleberson with the shot off the keeper's fingertips in the 26th minute. Another shot for the man who leads us in goals, but he doesn't quite get it past. Still 1-0, 28th minute now. Sebastian Letu dancing around. Kleberson backs off for it, but the defense heads the corner away. We move ahead, and McInerney just runs through his man and powers his second goal of the match right past the keeper, top right corner, all the way across the net. One of the best goals I personally have scored in FIFA yet. Look at him just overpower this defender right through him. Nobody's there to pick it up, and he just, the longest shot possible, takes it. And now Kleberson chipping it up to Torres, but it goes a bit far and will trickle out of bounds. Now Torres taking a corner in the 32nd minute against Columbus here. Gets it in, and Okugo was lined up for it, but the defense does indeed clear it away. Our corners and set pieces need some work, ladies and gentlemen. Danny Cruz now with a shot. Having a little more power on it, that might have been a bit of an issue, but the Crew keeper just watches it bat away. And now a header straight into Kleberson, a corner, a cross I should say, but his shot had nothing on it aside from the theatrics of the bicycle kick. And that's how we're going to go to the half. We're up 2-0 over Columbus off of 2 beautiful goals from the young striker Jack McInerney, who is trying to take over this team. And now Letu gets the ball cleanly, takes a shot off the keeper's hands, and we're going to have something called. I forget exactly what happened, but there is a shot. It's not his strong foot either. He's a left foot shot, and that was pretty nice. Now the ensuing corner right here, it's going to bounce off the defense, gets headed out the wrong way, and they will end up clearing, except that Jack McInerney just spears the defender. Watch this. Look at it. I don't know what he's playing on today, but he is just way too aggressive for the MLS. That was beautiful. It will just be a free kick for the opposition. They're not awarded any kind of true booking on McInerney or anything like that. And now the Crew are going to make their first substitution of the match here, pulling off this baby-faced guy for that number 19, Warzicha. Now Letu looking for the cross, doesn't get to it. Cruz comes up, bails him out, crosses over to Kleberson. Kleberson with a long-range head, but the keeper does indeed pick it up. We are keeping their keeper busy today. And now Kleberson, his trademark length of the field run. Beautiful shot right off the keeper's shins, though. Good save from him. Gets it out to Brian Carroll. Torres with a long-range left foot shot. He's got a lot of power on that weak foot, but it does indeed go wide left of the net. Let's look at that one more time. That had some true power on it. You get better aim. That's wonderful. And we are going to have our own substitution. We're going to be taking that man, Mr. Roger Torres, off of the field for the remainder of this game. Going to kind of switch around the CAM position here. We're bringing in everybody. We've got Matt Castle, Connor Casey, and Antoine Hopino. You've got Cleberson going off and Latu. And now in the 64th minute, we've got a scrum right in front of the net. Columbus in numbers, and the shot luckily just goes wide of McMath, who's preserving yet another clean sheet here. And, I mean, if he gets that on target, that's dead to rights. Our defense just let him right through. And now there's a beautiful through ball up to McInerney. Into the box. And the hat trick. Jack McInerney with the hat trick. Our first hat trick of the season. And it comes from the most improbable of our strikers. The man who admittedly is the future of the Union, but has not done much by way of attack prowess this season. 3 goals puts us up 3-0, each one beautiful and skillful. And there's McMath again preserving a clean sheet. Now we've got to pass up to McInerney looking for shot 4, but we're going to call him greedy on that one off the weak foot from outside of the box. Now McInerney threw up to Casey. Casey's shot hits the back of the net, but he's going to be called offside. Wasn't the most beautiful looking shot either, but if that's what he gets on a one touch, I mean, that could very well have gone in. That's about what we're going to get to know from Casey, though. He is noticeably fatigued in this matchup. He's still not 100% recovered from injury, and I kind of found that out the hard way after subbing him back in. I wish there was a better way for the game to tell you, you know, you're gambling right now. But it's all right. It's all right. He didn't get hurt again. There's Cruz. He's giving it up to Casey. You see, look at his stamina bar. He's got nothing left. He's hurting, definitely. But that is, anyway, how the game is going to end. The Philly Union win at home 3-0 off of a beautiful stand-up hat trick from 20-year-old Jack McInerney, and that is the future of this franchise. Immediately after the game, there's a little news piece about Danny Cruz being informed. You guys have seen that. Looking into Eric Zavaleta as well as a possible second striker. Dylan Remick, our defense guy. I'm still interested in him from Seattle. And this guy, Carlos Fierro, I love him, and I really want to get him in this transfer window. Cruz is thanking us for his playing time. I'm thanking him for playing well. And I'm doing so with the praise here for McInerney for the hat trick. And we're moving right into our second match of this episode. Once again, PPL Park in Chester, Pennsylvania. The New York Red Bulls are coming to town to take us on. Here's our points. We just keep running up the field here, guys. That Eastern Conference is locked down right now. This is your starting lineup. Pretty much par for the course what we expect here. We've got Cleberson striking, McInerney and Latu, his wingers. And New York's got a bit more of an open defense. They've still got the 4-man wall, but I think we're the only team in the league that actually plays without that right now. Early on in the game, talking 6th minute, New York on an extended attack here. Can't quite get in the box. Once they do, right to McMath, covers it up. Wants another clean sheet. He's hungry. 10th minute, Roger Torres streaking. Defense comes in, breaks it up. Torres gets it back, looking for somebody. Passes it over to McInerney, charging into the box. Shot off a defender. Defense eventually clears. Good pressure, though, early on. There's Torres now, once again, getting his own rebound. Up through to Cleberson with the shot off the post, but they're going to call that offside. I think he was just marginally there, but that yellow and red is starting to look like orange there, guys. I don't know what you think about that one. Offsides are getting pretty frustrating. Torres again streaking, 17th minute, to Latu, off the head of Latu, but that one is also going to be considered offside. This one a bit more obvious and noticeable. It's a shame. It was a really brilliant header. That would have been a great goal for Latu, who hasn't been scoring all that much. He is traditionally and preferably a true midi, but I've been playing him on the wing quite a bit, and he's been effective setting up our offense. Great save from McMath, and he gets the rebound as well there. Moving ahead now, 27th minute, Cleberson spot on right off the goalie. That's going to come to a corner that we don't capitalize on at all. Now playing around a little bit here is Latu trying to approach the box, gets it to his strong foot, tries to take a shot, but it goes off a defender, and there is a shot that goes right under the outstretched keeper. You get that a little bit into the right from Cleberson, but again, offside. Start playing on the right side of the official, please. I can't coach that in this game. There we go. We get some sloppy defensive play leading to Cleberson, and Cleberson gets tripped up in the box. Nothing called on the trip in the box. Takes a shot, floats out of bounds for a goal kick. I don't know. They didn't give us a replay on the contact, but I would have preferred a penalty there, quite obviously. There's Jack McInerney now, looking to get another goal after last game, but he does not. The defense clears it out. Really rejecting our advances here. 39th minute, beautiful chip, but again, they're going to call Cleberson offside. Is he really that far ahead of the play here? He's far enough ahead to call it. That's a true offside call right there. You've got some difference in the lines. Now Mike Lahoud playing a bit up and out of position, trying to cross it over, but it bounces off the defender and goes out. Now moving ahead, 43rd minute, McInerney on a break by himself, tries to get a sliding shot, but the keeper comes up and meets him and toes it away. The defense does eventually clear it out. We're approaching halftime now, and there's Roger Torres with a shot off the keeper's fingertips, and look at the beautiful touch from Jose Cleberson. That's his 10th of the year. I've been waiting for that one forever, and he finally hits number 10, and just look at the cleanup job of it on this replay. Torres' shot bounces off, the keeper can't clean up the rebound. There it is right here, Torres charging right up on top of the box, off his weak foot, falls over, keeper gets a finger on it, but Cleberson just boots it right through. The awareness, the finish, everything about it is beautiful, and that man is just redefining professional football in America. It's phenomenal what he just did with that ball. That puts us up 1-0 right at the half from Jose Cleberson. He's done that a number of times for us this year as we're about halfway through the season. Danny Cruz on a run early in the second half, trying to get it crossed over, but the defense just tips it right up to his keeper. And now we've got Roger Torres breaking free, trying to make up for his weak foot shot. Takes another one off the left, and this one flies wide right at the net. He's going to get there eventually. He has a cannon on that left leg, even if the accuracy isn't there. And it kind of bent the right way on that one too, as the replay shows. We started Chris Albright in this matchup. He's pretty low rated and pretty old, so we don't like to keep him in matchups for too long. We're definitely going to sub him out here. We're bringing on Shane Williams, and Cleberson comes out for the Frenchman Antoine Hopeneau, who is actually American, just with a French name. Hopeneau now charging, fresh leg, 79th minute, all alone, nobody to beat. Keeper with a beautiful save, but that shot had some power on it, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is a much better style of offense than just trying to cross it and head it in every time. I like this charge down the middle of the field. There's Torres sizing up the corner off the save there, and he's trying to angle it in, bounces off the defense, comes right to Antoine Hopeneau, though, who just had the shot, passes over to Danny Cruz. Cruz gets it into the box to Jack McInerney, but it trickles right to the fingertips of the keeper. They're going to call it offside, and the keeper freaks out about it, throwing the ball away. Give him a card. Give him a card. Little bit of a glitchiness, but McInerney truly offside there. Not going to argue that call at all. And now the Red Bulls trying to get one last strike in to tie the game up. 87th minute, off the head, heads out of bounds. Good positioning, just got to play a little bit down the field the other way. Camera focusing in on Steele here now late in the game. Probably a late substitution for somebody with a bit of a boot coming in. They're going to take Steele off the field, and they're bringing in Bustamante. We've got no subs. We've got a shot there that bounces off the post from Sebastian Letou in the 90th minute and just gets into the net on the other side. Look at this goal. And this is off of his weak foot. I had him playing on the wrong side today. He gets this shot off of his right leg, falls over off balance, but gets it to bounce off the post correctly, past the keeper, long shot, other side of the net, and it goes in to put us up 2-0 and help our ever-increasing goal differential in the MLS Cup table. And right there, losing the ball in midfield is going to be the end of the game. The Union win again. That's 2 straight for us. It's actually 3 straight, counting back. I forget the, I don't know. 2 straight, I'm going to call it. 2 straight. And that's a good one. It's another clean sheet for Zach McMath. And this time you get some goal-scoring love from Sebastian Letou, the true Frenchman, who is 29 years old, in case anybody wonders. And in our third match of this episode, we're taking on Football Club Dallas. We have pretty much the same lineup as usual. Cleberson starting in the circle. We've got Hopeneau starting as a winger, as well as McInerney. We're going to let Letou rest up a little bit, focusing in on the defense-heavy FC Dallas. There's a really sloppy sliding tackle right off the bat, and it gives them a free kick, FC Dallas it does, in the 4th minute. Got to play a little bit smarter than that. And they get a really nice-looking cross in, but it's going to go right into Zach McMath, our keeper. Mike Lahoud running down the right side of the field, gets a cross in, and that's right off the keeper from, I believe it was Leo Fernandez, and the keeper does indeed cover it up. We wanted to get some of our younger guys into this game, and there's some bad defense, and it bounces off and actually ends up going out for a corner. We've got Jackson taking that corner right now, sizing it up for Dallas, and he boots it in, and we end up getting to it after they make the initial contact, but Castillo comes up with the ball, ends up getting it out to Hopeneau, who charges the other way. Dallas attacking more than we would like here. There's a shot, and that's off the post. Shane Williams going to go clean it up eventually, but man, did we get lucky on that one. Complete breakdown. There's a head off to the right, and we have had no offensive chances the entire time that Dallas has been knocking on the door like this. There's another shot that's going to go wide left this time. They're peppering the net just like we usually do, and we don't like playing this way with 3 defenders on net. McMath gets the save. They have a throw-in in the 45th minute, just about to head to halftime, and that is indeed where we are now with the pass in there. We head to halftime. It's a 0-0 draw between Philly and Dallas Dallas is coming out firing in this matchup. Defense-heavy, my anus. Moving ahead, there's Antoine Hopino with the steal in the 48th minute. Takes a long-range shot that finds the back of the net. Antoine Hopino, 48th minute, big cannon of a shot off the strong leg. Knee slide over to the corner flag there. And that was a pretty goal from Hopino, one of our younger guys, more of a rotation player. And he's been pretty well for us. He's gotten goals as a substitute this year. He's gotten goals in starts. I think he's like our third or fourth leading scorer at this point between Kleberson, Latu, and McInerney. He's one of our primary subs. There's Kleberson with a beautiful steal, and he gets his own goal in this game. He's up to 11 on the year, and I smell a Randy Orton pose coming inbound for Jose Kleberson. That is his deal. That is what he does to celebrate a goal. That is number 11 on the campaign for him. That puts us up 2-0. And look at just stealing it from the defender, putting it right where he wants. Keepers in this league cannot keep up with the 33-year-old who will soon be 34. We've got a bit more sloppy play going on a bit later in the game, and we've actually got Roger Torres getting carded for this tackle here. Take a look at it. Gets all ankle. That is a true yellow card. I would definitely call it that way myself. He deserved the booking on that one. And we've got a really nasty slide tackle. Who was this? I believe it was Shanan Williams, the ref coming right in. Yeah, Shanan, well, he's reaching for the card, kind of an elongated thing here. But just look at the tackle. Not even trying to avoid bringing the man down from behind into his calf and Achilles. Yeah, that's a booking. We're lucky that was not a red card. It was pretty blatant. The ball was nowhere near the spot of the tackle. Really rough to take. We do concede a penalty on it, which I've been avoiding telling you. And of course, they're going to score on that penalty. Cooper gets the goal. It's the 7th of the year. I just cannot stop penalties for the life of me. McMath guesses wrong. And notice he went right down the middle. That's apparently what I need to watch out for moving forward. Right down the middle is the theme when I'm stopping penalties. And just, you know, I think he's going to get cheeky and go to the side. And just a nice little lob. If I just stay in place, I catch it. Anyway, 71st minute. Dallas in on the attack again, 2-1. They missed the header out wide again, though. Now we've got Fernandez trying to get a cross up, and that's what we're used to with RAUSCH games, crossing it right through the keeper's hands. Nice. Moving ahead, 90th minute, we're actually in that stoppage time. Fernandez trying to take a shot, gets it off. Keeper saves it, goes out of bounds for a corner. Fernandez, really, you know, one of my favorite subs. He's only rated a 57 overall, but he's very young, and he's good on the attack. Fernandez is actually going to end up taking the corner here. He's got a pretty good leg. He's going to get it all the way over to Jose Kleberson, but it does indeed bounce away. McInerney tries to wrap it up, but that is the end of the game. The ref wants to blow the whistle before anything gets even uglier here. We do leave 2-1, 3 wins in this episode, all at home. Good homestand from our boys, the Union. State of the Union is looking pretty good. And after this game, we are going to head into the transfer window. I want to talk about it. So Roger Torres suffers a dead leg calf, no big deal. We're going to offer a contract to Carlos Fierro here, but he's really expensive, and all we have is that $1.386 million. We've got to get at least 1.7 to have a shot at him. So instead of doing that, I'm going to offer them $1 million flat, but I'm also going to offer Guadalajara, his club, the addition of one of our players, and it's going to be Antoine Hopino, who just had a pretty good game. He's worth $400,000 flat, and he's in good form, so that gets amplified a little bit. I think we could make this work, but I'm not hopeful. I just want to open a dialogue with them. I'm also going to attempt to sign Samuel Muggleton, a 17-year-old left back from Gillingham over in England. We're going to send about $150,000 their way. We're going to go right over their minimum there. We don't want to try to play ball there. We're just trying to build youth here. Oscar Sorto, 18 years old, right back from the LA Galaxy. Keep it local. We're going to give them right around what they want for him, right on the nose with $225,000. And we're pretty much spending all of the money we have at this point. And then we are accepting offers for Zach McMath here. This is interesting. Vancouver Whitecaps want to throw us $475. I'm scared about it, so I'm going to reject it and send back $1 million offer. And if they're serious and they say, whoa, let's try something else, cool. If not, at least I don't have to lose my amazing keeper. But I'm interested in seeing what kind of value I can get for him, because I don't have a lot of money to play with. If I could sell him high, I could play with one of my backup keepers for a little while. We're also getting an offer from FK Austria for him, and I'm trying to sign Adedeji Oshilaya from Cardiff City, a 20-year-old left back, trying to get him in as well. And we're going to go right, I think, a little bit over what they want, or are we going right to 78? No, we go right to that $78,000, their minimum. He's not going to be a world beater. And there's Gareth Bale apparently going to FC Barcelona, Barca, in this particular game. But that is going to be just about the end of this episode, guys. If you like it, please leave a like on it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, all that good stuff. We're going to have much more transfer window in the future.